In this video, we're going to talk in detail about how to define shifts, meaning the various time periods or shift types. For example, in a typical restaurant setting, there might be breakfast, sometimes that's offered, lunch, afternoon tea, early bird specials, dinner, and even late-night snacks. So, how exactly should we go about defining these time periods? Because, as we will see, there are several important factors to consider. During certain specific time periods, well, you might find that the prices can be quite different. That is to say, the same menu item might be significantly cheaper during lunch hours, or for another example, during those early bird specials, which are usually much cheaper as well. So, how exactly should we define these variations? All right then, let's take a much closer look back at those specific menu items now. These specific menu items can easily have their individual serving times defined. For example, if this is set as a lunch item, all right, let's look at this beef skewer, the satay beef skewer, then it will only appear on the digital menu during that designated time period. It won't be available for ordering during dinner. All right, so for these, every single one of these menu items can be set to be available during specific designated time periods, or even have entirely different price points at different times. All right, various price points are defined right here. That is, when you are looking under the special price, specifically the section dedicated to discounted rates, this is the exact place where you set your active promotional price. So how do we define this concept? For example, how do we go about setting up these specific time periods? So right here, for example, you can see that the lunch period is scheduled from 9 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So you just need to go ahead and select 4 o'clock right here on the menu. All right, that is set to 4 o'clock now. Now, moving on to the early bird special, the early bird period is defined as being from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the evening. Right, so what if you go ahead and check this specific box right here? If you select this button, it means that the early bird time slot will have a special discounted price, but this is only applicable from Sunday through to Thursday. For example, let's pick a specific dish for our example to define. Let's imagine that this particular dish has a special promotional price currently assigned to it. For instance, let's say it is priced at exactly £3. All right then, let's go ahead and settle on £3 for this dish. So this is all set up now. All right, so if I go ahead and define right here that this specific time slot from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock has a special time assigned to it. That means if I go at 4:30 in the afternoon to eat at this restaurant, if I order this spring roll, it's usually £4.50. But if I go during this time, during the early bird period, there will be this special price. It's only available from Sunday to Thursday, not on Friday or Saturday. Right, so it's only £3. All right, as for the dinner period, it starts from 5 o'clock p.m. and goes until 11:45 p.m., and there are no special prices during that time. In other words, the special price is only available during the early bird period. There's no special price during lunchtime either. If you want a special price during lunchtime as well, then you need to check this option first. So when is it available? Only on Mondays. So if you come for lunch on Tuesday to have the vegetarian rolls, you'll have to pay the regular price. There's no £3 discount.